Your girl's on video now. Ew. I'm on video. She on video.
It's time to hustle and do what you say. It's time to live your life with no apologies. It's time to get on your grind, cause there ain't no other way. It's time to hustle. Lex hustle, Lex hustle, Lex hustle.
My name is Lex Chappelle, and you are tuned into the Lex Hustle Podcast, where every week we talk about following our dreams and living our best life. This is episode 10. Pew, pew, pew. And literally, guys, this episode is kind of like a free-for-all. I'm going to be talking about everything. Because number one, your girl has been consistent, and I can't believe we're at episode 10 already. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. And then also a lot has been going on. And of course, I'm going to tell you guys about my week. We did not have an intro of a motivational speaker or speech like we usually do. Because now we're on video. Your girl's on YouTube. And that copyright infringement,
it's a mother.
All right. So we're just going to play it safe for the first few episodes on video. And then we can kind of like, expand. But oh my God, guys, I'm excited. I'm still trying to figure out like my zhuzh, like the flow of things. Like, of course, I want to motivate the people, like hustle. All my life I had to fight, you know what I mean? Like give y'all some to go out into this crazy world to follow your dreams. But I also want to do some fun segments too, and then get some guests on. And kind of, oh my God, guys, I literally, if you're watching on video, like my earrings, they're not here. I took them out. They were heavy, but they were so cute. And I forgot to put them back in. I just came back from brunch, okay? Talk about that. When I really feel like I want to lay up on the couch and watch TV and it's raining. But I said, girl, you know what? You're going to commit. You're going to record this episode for the people, okay? Your girl is trying to get to 100 subscribers. Stop playing with me. Make sure you subscribe to Lex Hustle on Apple Podcasts as well as on Spotify. Get your girl to 100. I love y'all so much. And before I drop the motivational affirmation for the week, make sure you send this to your buddy that's out here hustling with you, that you know is going to be somebody that's out here on the grind, your accountability partner. Make sure you text the link for this episode to them. Okay, I had to make sure we still recording, child. I'm so used to looking at my laptop and not a camera while I'm recording, just to make sure that everything is running smoothly, yeah? All right, so now that you guys did that, we are going to get into this week's affirmation. And this week's affirmation is, I welcome all new opportunities and experiences. Say it with me. Make sure you take a breather. I welcome all new opportunities and experiences. And that's definitely been like me all week. First of all, I talk about this on each episode of how I am popping when it comes to recording an episode. But as soon as I get done, my phone is gonna be dry. Nobody cares what I'm doing. Like, it's just so crazy. So this week, I definitely been welcoming new experiences. I went and test drove my Tessie. Like, I told you I'm not playing. Like, one thing's for sure, God already told me it's mine. I just have to trust the process of how it's actually going to be parked in front of my house. Right now, I'm not sure. But I honestly am kind of like hands off of it, and I'm leaving it to God. Let me tell y'all. So, white on white, oh my gosh, guys, it's such a vibe. Like, I just cannot. And I've been so intentional about what I'm feeding my mind in the morning. I make sure that I start with a Bible verse in the Bible app. And then I'm listening, the first few hours of the day, listening to a motivational book on my Audible. But giving myself the experiences. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to Tesla and I'm going to test drive a Tesla because God already told me it's mine. I need to really like shift my mind into,
girl, this is yours.
Like, stop playing. When I tell y'all, as soon as, like, so if you're new here, my car got hit. It was parked outside of my door, minding her own little business. My baby Sienna, okay, my neighbor hit my car. And it's an older car. It's 2007, but I ain't had no car, no, okay? And it got me from point A to point B. Let's talk about that. But yeah, hit it, and the amount that it's going to take to fix it is, exceeds the worth for the car. So they're probably going to total it. Didn't get news yet to if they are or not. This happened in November, y'all. It's now April. Like, count your days. These insurance companies be playing. So I've been basically in rental cars since. And this is my second rental car. And it's a white truck. First one was a white truck. The second one was a white truck. And I'm like, this is so crazy because I'm like, Lord, I want to be in an SUV 2023. First I said black, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm really, really liking white. So also, let me tell you something. When you're manifesting or you're writing down things, like I have a notepad or ripped out note paper on my mirror that I see every day and I read. And I used to say, Lord, I want a Model Y, Tesla Model Y in black. And what I did with my list is I basically crossed out like all those, like the colors. Like I remember it was like, Lord, I want a successful podcast. And I put the old name that I was going to have, and now my podcast is something different. So what I will say is when you write down like your list and you're affirming yourself daily and, going before God with your list and praying over your list, I would say be open because things change. So I would say be open kind of like a little. For instance, like I know your girl knows she wants to be in Mary Jane house. So I'm not about to put traditional home because it's just, I know I'm not open to that. But I'm not going to say, Lord, I want a, being Mary Jane home, modern home with 3 bedrooms. When God can come and give me 6. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is just say what type of house you want. You could be specific on what type of house. Like I'm specific on what car. I know I want the Model Y, not the Model 3. I would love the Model X, but let's tread lightly here. But I know I want the Model Y. So I wouldn't say, "Ooh, Lord, give me a Tesla." You know what I mean? But I'm really feeling white. Like, listen. And call her Kokiana. Snow White Bunny. So I basically test the white on white today. Yeah. Y'all, when I sat in this car, first of all, I wouldn't say it's very rare, but I rarely see a Model Y in white with the white seats. Like, I sat in that car. It took me about 10 minutes to drive off. Meanwhile, sis was like, the salesperson, you have 15 minutes, time frame in the car, to test drive it. And we'll see you back here. And in my mind, I was like, girl, bye. Like,
this is my car.
Okay. I have all the time that I need, I have it. Okay. All the time. This is my car if you didn't know. All right. I'll be back when I get back. All right. So anyway, it took me about 10 minutes to kind of like ease off. But I was like, I don't know how to explain it. When I tell you, I felt like Millionaire Lex. Like I felt like I had a successful cafe. I had a, extensive real estate portfolio. All I can tell you is whatever car that you desire, go test drive it. Whatever house that you see your future self in, whatever neighborhood, go and drive in that neighborhood. Go and run errands in that neighborhood. Like, it is a total game changer. It's a total mind shift. Like, you couldn't tell me that, like I said, that's my car, honey. I was gone. I was running errands. All right? See you when I get back. Like, so I literally was telling myself, oh, let's go back to get your car serviced. You're just dropping it off to get it serviced. Be delusional. Like I told y'all, like, I was being delusional. The experience, 10 out of 10. I did like that the seats were vegan leather, you know, because I'm getting the white, okay? And it's easily, like, you know, wipeable for stains, because in my mind, like I told y'all, I'm operating as my future self. I was in there, like I said, like I already made it on Forbes, okay? I was asking questions like I had a husband and kids. I'm like, what if, you know, as far as kids, like, because they're white seats, like, what happens when they spill stuff? Oh, you know, it's vegan leather, it's stain resistant, you just wipe it. Okay. Don't got no kids, don't got no husband. I don't know where they at. Okay, but I was asking those questions like, child, do it. Do it. Let me know on the Lex Hustle Podcast Instagram if you do it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make a post. Did you drive your dream car yet? Question mark. Because it's unexplainable. The feeling you get, the motivation now is like, tonight is, you have to record your podcast. Like, you have to get on your computer. Okay, y'all know that. TikTok, get on your Zoom. Get on your Zoom. I'm like, girl, you gotta go on your computer. You got to finish all your projects. Like, you gotta keep them going, okay? Because Millionaire Lex is not one to play with. I also went to brunch. It was so refreshing to have a group of people that you can converse with, but have good conversation. Like, it's like no gossiping, more like, what are you doing? Talking about like healing, growth, therapy, goals. Oh my gosh. It's definitely like you're on some your grown woman type stuff. And everyone can add to the conversation based on where they're at, and everybody's perspective is needed. Super refreshing. So I went to Baltimore. Baltimore is a vibe, okay? The food was in. The mimosas, of course, they're always going to get you, girl. They're always going to reel me in, all right? Those was good, but it really just was about, like, you know, understanding that everyone deals with imposter syndrome. Everyone deals with, you know, procrastination. But you know what's crazy is, even though all three of us women talked about how we deal with imposter syndrome and self-sabotage, really, procrastination, we all know who we are. We all know that we are valuable to this world and we have so much to offer. And it's so crazy that we know that we're a gift and we keep, you know, wrapping our gift up and putting it to the side. Even though we know, like, how much we have to offer to this world. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, imagine you have a gift and you never open it. Like, you're just like, I'll open it tomorrow. I'll open it next week. And that's crazy, right? Because if you're like me, when I get something new, baby, honey, it can't get out the bag quick enough. It's like, I want to show the world. Like, ooh, look at my new bag. Like, my new purse, I'm wearing it tomorrow. For sure. Go to a kid's party. They might not appreciate it, but I'm wearing it tomorrow. Like, that's how we need to be about our gifts. We have to get them out to the world. Because what we have, someone's going to be excited to literally, like, discover it, I would say. Like, oh my gosh. Like, to discover you. Just like you would be excited if you got a new gift and you opened it. Like, you'll be like, oh my gosh. Even y'all, tell me y'all don't get excited even when you know what it is. You're like, I just bought this for myself at the mall. But you get excited all over again. Hello. So that's how people are going to be when they discover your gift. So you got to get it out there so people can discover it. Okay? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right, so that was fun brunch. And then what else did I do? I like this free flowing episode. Let's see. Oh, we got to talk about. Okay, hold on. Also, I basically been really into my word deep lately. Basically asking the Lord to really reveal to me what the next steps are. Like, because I feel like I have these amazing ideas and I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm still kind of a little flustered by like the day to day because I'm a little overwhelmed. Like, Lord, what's supposed to come first? Like, help your girl out. I feel like I literally am on a boat in the middle of like the ocean, and I'm just like, just sitting there like a sitting duck, like just what's going on. So I really, really been in my word, really, really been like very intentional about the time that I spend with God. And the story that really, really, really like moved me was that came to my attention again. I feel like everyone has heard this story over and over and over again, but God used it basically to minister to me this week, and hopefully it ministers to you as well. And that's God feeding the 5,000. So he had 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. And honey, if that could feed 5,000 today, do y'all know how lit that would be? Because food and inflation, Jesus be offense. Okay, and I always remember like hearing that story, even when I was like younger, and I'm just like,
no way. No way.
Who is this guy that they're talking about? Like, who is God that he could feed 5,000 people with just 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread? And then as I got older, I'm like, well, maybe it was a casserole. But then I'm like, how they gonna cook the casserole? Like, in my mind, I'm like, maybe they made spaghetti with the bread and the fish and they like mixed it up. Like, I was trying to figure out how is he able to feed 5,000 people with only 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread? And I'm like, has anybody ever thought that? Because I feel like a lot of people tell that story and nobody's like real and honest. Like, all right, side eye, how Sway, how? And then God, like, because as I'm like, because I'm really like, I like to dissect, and I like to be like, okay, God, you gotta show me, like, or you gotta give me a word, like, how is this even possible? And God literally said, my little turns into a lot. I could do, with a little, I can do a lot. And I'm like, because in my mind, like I said, I've been to God and I'm like, God, like, I don't know how this is going to happen. Like, you given me, the business plan. You given me, or you show me the vision, but I don't understand how it's going to happen because it seems impossible. Like, I feel like I don't have all the resources. And God was like, yeah, you're little, I'm going to turn it into a lot. And people are going to wonder how I was able to make that happen. All you have to do is continue to put in the work in every day, one step at a time, to work towards the vision and your goals. And I'm going to turn that little into a lot. And people are going to wonder, just like you're wondering now, like, Lord, like, I trust you, but I still, like, please, meet me where I am. Please help me understand how this is going to happen. And when he gave me that word, I'm just like, I have to share it with others, because you may feel like you don't have all the resources right now and you're trying to figure out how everything is going to work out. And I'm telling you right now, and just like God fed that 5,000, okay? And he ain't had no foodies. He had no food stamps. That was straight off the muscle. All right. God is going to turn your little into a lot. All you have to do is continue every day to put one foot in front of the other and keep it moving, okay? And God is going to supply as you go. Ooh, that just literally like warmed my heart. Yeah. And then now I'm just going to share with you guys basically words and encouragement that I've been receiving all week. And I've been writing them in my notes section of my iPhone, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is good. Like when things come to me or when I'm reading an audio book, I'm like, oh, I gotta share this. And I always forget because I don't write it down. So this week I started writing stuff down, y'all. So I definitely have to put y'all on. The first one is don't think about what you're not going to do. Focus on what you are going to do. So if you're thinking like, oh my gosh, like I have a lot to do, like I said a couple episodes ago, you definitely need to write a list and order them. Like order the list. What is most important? What is the least? And focus on one thing at a time. Okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. And this is the one that kind of like had me like really look at my week differently because I feel like it just puts things into perspective. And it's basically, it's better than you try again this year than you not doing anything. Honey, I'm like, first of all, why are you so loud? Like, relax. Because all week, literally in my mind was like, the time's going to pass anyway. The time's going to pass by anyway. And I think about, honey, those Facebook memories, they will humble you. Literally, memories will pop up from 2 years ago. And I'm like, man, if I started this 2 years ago, I'll be swimming in the dough. Like, probably not even be focused on the Tesla Y. I'll be focused on the X. Go big or go home. But I didn't. And you're thinking like, oh my gosh, it's going to take me a year to finish school. It's going to take me 2 years to finish school. The time's going to pass by anyway. So it's rather you get started now than in 2 years from now you not have a degree. And I start asking myself that, like, okay, it's going to take 6 months to fill out the paperwork for this certification. Would you rather have a certification in 6 months, even though it's going to take 6 months and you feel like that's a long time? Or would you rather not have a certification at all in 6 months and be there in 6 months like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have did that 6 months ago. So even though it feels like it's a lot, and that, man, because you know, in this life, in this world, I should say, we want things now. Quick in a hurry. We're not even thinking about, you know, if it takes too long, oh no, I'm off that. No, that's okay. I'm good. And I bet you things that you thought about 5 years ago, like, that's going to take 5 years. I ain't doing that. I bet you half that stuff you wish you would have did. Those business opportunities, those investing opportunities, you know, you wish you would have did it. So the time is going to pass by anyway. Get on it. Yeah. New. What's another one? Celebrate your wins. And y'all know this is what I love. Because who don't like a good gift? Honey, that's me. Oh, so I did good. Let me go get me an Indian's pretzel. Let me go get some Indian pretzel. I like the raisin one. Drop it fresh. With the icing on the side. They used to put the icing on it and they start being cheap. Okay, so now you gotta pay extra for the icing on the side. But celebrate the small wins. That's basically what I was trying to say. Celebrate the wins, okay? Like, if you were able to save $100 this month, last month you only saved $20. Take $5 of that $100 and go, you know, celebrate. Don't get crazy now. Within reason. Celebrate the small wins, okay? But yeah, the one is get a whiteboard for the fridge. Game changer. So you basically can see everything all day, like what you have to do, what your goals are, all that. I also got like a bunch of sticky notes, and I'm writing everywhere. I'm writing on my sticky notes. I post it everywhere. Tesla Model Y. It's kind of like you know how to like whisper into, you know, the atmosphere, let it knows what you want so you can get it. Just like we be talking and the phones be listening, and when we open up, you know, Facebook or Instagram, what we was talking about, you know, was on there. Like, I just said I wanted some army fatigue pants. Why is Pretty Little Thing marketing to me army fatigue pants? That's kind of how manifestation and, you know, talking about what you want, it works. So I'd be like, Tesla Model Y. Husband taller than me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be taller than me. Gotta be taller than me. $1 trillion. You know, I used to just say $1 million, but then it's like, who am I to tell the Lord in, you know, the atmosphere that $1 million is all. Why would I limit him? You know what I'm saying? Flat stomach. Yeah. So I'll be putting all this on Post-it notes, and I'll be posting it around so that I'm reminded, and the universe is reminded on what I deserve. A fatty. Summer is coming, okay? This thing needs to be poking. Alright? So definitely get a fridge. Definitely get a whiteboard for the fridge. But also get Post-its so you can write around, you know, stick them around your house so it can remind you of what you need to be doing. And I'd be like, you know, I'll be putting successful cafe, multifaceted, success. Yeah. All about the Benjamins, baby. Like, write everything. Like, stop playing. I also try to scale back, or I'm trying to scale back on social media and be on here with just only when it's related to my business. And also, you know, follow accounts that inspire you. Positive vibes only. Just like they say, you are what you eat, honey. You are what you consume. Alright? So, clean it up. Let's see what else. Not me yelling at y'all. Not me yelling at y'all. This is a good one. Don't shrink back from what is risky. Life is risky. Hello. Do we not wake up every day not knowing when we gonna die? Like, if that's not risky, I don't know what is. Like, we're just all here just like living life and not knowing when our end date is. Which, that's fine. Like, I wouldn't personally want to know. But is that not a risk? So why you shying away from take the risk? Or be 60, 65, 70 talking about how you wish you coulda, woulda, shoulda. Playing it safe will get you the bare minimum when it comes to retiring. And I don't want to depend on anybody for a good life. Like, I want to literally be retiring with not the bare minimum. Like, I want to be on somebody's yacht. Like, that's what, when I think about retirement, that's what I think about. I don't think about, oh, I could just stay home, I gotta work no more. I think about living my life to the fullest. Not that I don't live it now to the fullest, but you know what I mean, honey. Top facility. Okay? Like, alright. Alright, so yeah. My mic definitely unplugged itself. But it's okay. Like, if first we don't succeed, guess what we want to do? Try again. All that. So yeah, so I have the last two and I want to get out your little hair, yeah? Is you have to want your dreams more than you want your drama. Why is that so loud? I said, God, why are you playing with me? Like, why do you keep telling me off? Like, stop. And what followed that is you can have your excuses or you can have your success. Because, like, how bad do you want it? Like, do you want to be dramatic? Yeah. Do you want to whine every 2 seconds of how you can and how you can't? Or can we get to it? Because the more you wait, the less time you have to live your dreams, really. And I'm like, and I think about that too, like, would I rather have 40 to 50 years living my best life, honey? Yachting? Having my heart's desires? Because every year I put this off, that kind of chips away at how long I have to be out here living my best life. So I'm like, girl, you can't have another year being average. You gotta get to it. So that was given to me, and I literally was in the aisle like, I was at the store and I was just like, not too much on that. Because one thing God gonna do, he gonna tell me off with love. And I be needing to hear it because I really be getting my own way. Like, and I know you probably do too. And God be like, skirt, skirt, skirt. Now you liking your drama more than you like you want your dreams. Not you getting consumed by your drama more than you getting consumed about following your dreams. And I'm just like, all right. Let's wrap this up, okay? Are you done or are you finished? I'm just playing God. But yeah. So yeah, I hope y'all like this episode. I just was literally going a little rant, yeah, because it is the 10th episode. I am going to do like polls to see what kind of content you guys want. I do want to start talking about my reality TV obsession and just shows that I like, you know, to kind of jazz things up, make it fun. Also, like current events. If you don't know, I used to have a blog where I used to talk about celebrities. So I kind of want to bring back that, but like not like too messy. Yeah. So I want to do a segment for that. But yeah, I'm gonna do a poll. I'm also gonna get some feedback and let me know what y'all would like how I would lay out, what type of topics y'all want me to cover. And we definitely can get it popping, yeah? But thank you guys so much for listening. This has been another episode of the Lex Hustle Podcast. My name is Lex Chappelle. And again, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you share. Your girl's trying to get to 100. Like, okay? Share this with your friends, yeah? Let's get to 100. Like I said, I'm like, oh my God, I sound like Monique. I'm like, I love y'all for real. But now y'all can see it. Like, y'all can see my love. Y'all can feel my love. That was trying to be like a boom, boom. Like a heartbeat beating. I don't think y'all got it. But it's okay. And I'm wearing pink. And I'm in front of a pink wall. Come on. Love me. I love you. Until next time, y'all. Goodbye.